Certainly. I mean, one of
Yeah.
the reasons he wants to go right now, and as he talked about last night, is his continued deep
Okay.
concern that he expressed yesterday up in Boston about the violence. So obviously that would be foremost on his mind as he travels to the region, which will happen soon. I just don't know when that's going to be. I don't have any announcement for you on that. And as for specific stops and agenda items, we're just not there yet.
Settlements over the course of the last years being responsible for the current upsurge.
What he's interested in doing right now, immediately, and you heard him talk about this yesterday, is trying to see if there's ways where we can reduce the violence, and to help restore some sense of calm there, so that meaningful work can be done to try to find a two-state solution. But right now, it's difficult to have that kind of a discussion when there's so much violence going on, and you see it again just today.
Many U.S. presidents have had to grapple with this challenge. And it certainly is not an easy one, as we've observed many times in discussions between the Israelis and Palestinians, that ultimately ending this conflict is not something that the United States or anyone else in the international community can do for them. Ultimately, ending this conflict will require both sides making some difficult decisions, some decisions that will require them to exercise some significant political courage.
Box to the vice president now of this race. How do you see it? How does the president see it?
Well, I think the first thing, obviously, what the United States will continue to do is to stand shoulder to shoulder with our closest ally in the Middle East, Israel, as they confront these security threats. But at the same time, we recognize that it is in the national security interest of both Israel and of the United States to try to resolve this conflict. Violence are the U.S. military forces who were deployed to Cameroon are there at the invitation of the government of Cameroon and will act in coordination with the government of Cameroon. The United States military forces will partner with Cameroon's Ministry of Defense, and it will be part of a broader regional effort to stop the spread of Boko Haram and other violent extremist organizations in West Africa. Contact with both the Israeli government and the Palestinian Authority. This is obviously a unique capacity that the United States has to bring to bear to this effort, and it will be used in support of the ongoing regional counter-extremist efforts that are ongoing there. And so just to be clear about the U.S. military personnel that were deployed to Cameroon, they are armed, but they are armed for the purposes of force protection and providing for their own security. They will not be there in a combat role.